Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the FTRL Div 1 season finale. The title decider is upon us. After 13 rounds, it comes down to this: 4 drivers in contention to claim the Div 1 title at the rearranged Silverstone Grand Prix. So the home of British Motorsport, the circuit that held the first ever Formula 1 Grand Prix, and it will hold the final round of season 14. So 4 drivers in with the shout of the championship. Our championship leader is Mr. Dutch Tricks, on the cusp of his 4th crown. Holds a healthy points advantage, but there's still the opportunity for Scuba, for Aaron, and for... Sir Sway gets it very wrong there through Magnus and Beckett's. Who was the other driver in the mix? Tico also with the shouts of claiming the crown still. So let's see how they get on tonight. The first time on the board is Mr. Dutch Tricks, and he has put himself straight on the pole position. So we'll go through the connotations of how this is going to work and who needs to finish where. Second, Adamako goes second on 25 flat. Scuba now goes fastest. So Scuba, one of the men in with a shout of winning the championship tonight. However, he has got quite a bit of work to do and probably needs a little bit of misfortune to befall Mr. Dutch Tricks, but we shall see. Who have we got coming round on a lap? Let's pick up. Goes down the garage. Let's pick up a returning familiar face. This is Mr. Rom Elson. For those who've watched FTRL in the past, he joined us back in season 10 in Div 3, or F3 as it was known then. But soon realised he was probably too quick for F3, so he quickly moved up the order. Since been racing in GT Sport and has decided to return for season 15, so getting his eye in tonight with an outing in Div 1, and we'll go on board with him. Apparently we have to go on TV, but cool. Okay, well that'll do. So we then come round to start a flying lap of Silverstone. Down the final corner, and here we go. So down the new start-finish straight past the new pits. Fling it into Abbey Corner. Top gear, goes out to the outside, use the curb, and then brake hard for Farm. All the way down to 3rd gear for him there. Quick short sprint now up, locks the inside tyre. They come through Village. And then blast onto the Wellington straight, first of the DRS zones. Down into the complex, into the field. Long wait for you, stay on the apex, wait for the track to come to you, then power out using the curb on the outside, so you push out of his way through what the old final corner, past the old pit straight, into the infamous Cops corner. How does he take it? Flat through there. Nice from Rom, and now powering up to one of the most spectacle-inducing series of corners. Maggots, Beckett's, Shuffle. Here he goes then onto the back straight, the hanger straight, looking up towards Vale, fling it in. Well, they don't run too wide, don't invalidate your lap, and he hasn't done. Well done. Into the final corner, Club. Takes it nicely, and now it's just a quick sprint to the line, and Rom goes up to P7, just behind his teammate for the Adamako. So a solid first lap there from Rom, back in the game. So in the current order then, so after first 8 minutes or so of the session, Scuba sits on pole. Well, Dutch is on his way out again. Panda now sits second with Aaron in 4th. Of course, Aaron another one in contention for the championship tonight. However, he needs pole position to stay in with a shout. Captain Chubbs is 5th, Adamako 6th, Rom is 7th, and VR Kelvin up in 8th. Ahead of Dan Morris, Zumpy onto the podium, and City Posh. A few guys still to set a flying lap time. Let's pick up the first of those. That's Sway. See some good races from him this season. Fell away a little bit in the middle part of the season, so can he finish on a high? through around Luffield. So while we're watching this, we'll get the standings up and have a look at how things stand into this final round of the season. So with 30, this is technically round 12, and also round 2. So 11 rounds down. Yep, that's right. Do some quick math there. Oh, and Rom has hit City Posh and got himself a grid penalty. Oh dear. Not the ideal return, so Rom can now start no better than 6th. So championship standings are coming into the final round of the season. Dutch Tricks is your championship leader on 189 points. Opportunity to breach the 200 point mark. Oh, Adam Mako has now been disqualified. It's not been a good lap for McLaren. McLaren have had one car disqualified and one car has picked up a 5 place penalty on this lap. So Adam Mako starting from the back, potentially. Scuba sits second in the points on 177. He is 12 points back, which means that Dutch Tricks just needs to finish inside the top 10 to guarantee himself of the championship, regardless of where Scuba finishes. Of course, he's Scuba on currently for pole position, which would reduce that arrears down to just 11. Of course, we have the option for the fastest lap as well. So with that, Dutch Tricks has just taken pole position away from Scuba, so that makes it even harder. Can Scuba fight back? Here he is now coming through. Magnussen Beckett, he is 8 thousandths up as he comes through into the final sector. What can he find? Can he retake that pole position? So stay on board with his lap, then we'll touch back on the points. See what's left to play for. In fact, he bailed out of his lap, so he's into the pits. It's Aaron coming down the hanging straight. So point situation then. So Scuba second on 177. Tico is third on 176. And was also bailed out of his lap. What would be our Calvin? He's having a good run so far. Up in P7. Clearly liking Silverstone circuit so far. Improves and up to P6 then, so excellent job from VR Kelvin, showing some form at the final round. Clearly Silverstone is a circuit that he enjoys. Board with Dan Ross, who'll be my teammate in Div 2 next season for Red Bull. And fourth and the final man in for the chance of the title is Aaron on 168. As I mentioned already, he needs to get pole position and fastest lap and hope something awful befouls and befalls Dutch Tricks. But still a standout season for Aaron. He has been exceptional this season. Highlights being that second place in I thought we got third in, didn't he? Sorry to lay in third in Brazil after a penalty. He also got third in Singapore. That's been very consistent throughout this season. So those are your 4 title contenders, and so outside of them you've got Wesker, who sits 5th on 161. And unfortunately he's not here tonight, apparently. So he is given up league racing, unfortunately, so he does not complete the season. Neil Mr. Graham then sits 6th in there. The man's gone under the radar a lot this season, picked up some solid results, including a 3rd in Monaco. He's battling top 6 with Sway on 138. Then you've got City Posh on 134. Onto the podium in his final race in FTRL is 9th in the points on 119. And then AJU unfortunately is missing, as work has denied him the opportunity to finish the season off. He is currently sitting P10, although Adamako just a point behind him, so could demote him out of the top 10 before the end of the evening. However, he's going to be doing it from the back of the grid, so he's got a lot of work to do. So we've got Tico, meanwhile, has just popped himself up to P2. But not enough. To dislodge Dutch Tricks, who says he's done this his best ever lap of Silverstone. 24 flat. That is quick pace. 2 behind him on 24.2s. So what Scuba got then potentially will be his last run. Into sector 1, he is a tenth of a second up, so Scuba going quickly through the first part of the lap. There's Luffield. A good slingshot off, looking good so far. Down towards Cops. The drivers are using all the curb on the left to give themselves the optimal line through the corner. He's coming up towards the end of sector 2 as he gets onto the hanger straight, which is there. He is 2.5 tenths up. This could be close. Can he hang on to this through the final sector? He's on target to reclaim pole position. Hard on the brakes. Difficult corner. Now it's just a blast to the line, and Scuba takes a pole position back with a 23.9, so the first man into the 23s. Can Dutch or Tico respond? So the new marker laid down by Scuba. On board with Captain Chubbs, who is just starting a flying lap. In fact, just finishing a flying lap, and he goes 4th on a 24.2. So another one on a 24.2. He replaces Scuba. Slots in just behind Tico. So excellent battles at the top of the standings so far. Pick up Graham then in the second of the racing points. So he is currently down in P14. However, he avoided being whitewashed in qualifying last week after Tico served his qualifying ban. So as it currently stands, it will read 11 and 1, but he avoided the whitewash. So congratulations, Graham, on that. So into the final 2 minutes of the session. Aaron seems to be on a flight, so we'll pick up Aaron. Here we go then, on board with Aaron then as he attempts to fly it. Scuba has decided he's not going to improve. He retires from the session, as does Chubbs, so... And on to the Wellington Straight, comes under the bridge. Sector 1, he is up by a tenth of a second. Currently behind his teammate. Got a little bit of work to do. So look at the inter-team battles in terms of the qualifying, shall we, while we're watching Aaron's lap. So between the AlphaTauri boys, at the moment, City Posh is 10 and 1 behind, so Aaron, if you can leapfrog his teammate, will make that 11 and 1 for the season, so quite dominant in that team there. Aaron showing excellent one-lap pace. He is now over a quarter of a second up. This potentially is going to put him in and around Panda and Zumpy. Zumpy having a brilliant race as well for him this season, up in P6. So there was like a shock there. He is the reigning Div 1 champion, so sorry if they took that wrong, Zumpy. I didn't mean the expression of shock in my voice. Aaron goes 4th, a 1,000th of a second faster than Chubbs, who is relegated to the 3rd row of the grid. So Aaron puts himself 4th, but I think that pretty much ends any hope he had of the championship. Six, 8. No, it's not impossible. In fact, no, he will be now because he will lose on countback of victories. So yeah, unfortunately, I think that is Aaron's championship ambitions over, but he can still finish 2nd. So let's see how the race pans out. So we've got Dutch and Tico on flying laps, not far apart either, so we'll go on board with Dutch Tricks. Can he wrestle pole position away in the dying moments of the session. A lot of cars on laps. Cliffy on his first flying lap, interestingly. He's yet to do one. Into Maggots and Beckett's. Then he's always invalidated, so Dutch's lap is gone. Oh, he's wide as well. Oh, Tico looked like he had a bit of a tank slapper there as well. In fact, he has. He's got in the wall. So Tico has dropped it. Dutch has abandoned his lap, who is still on a lap and potentially improving. Zumpy coming round to finish a lap, currently 7th. And he find any time to improve on that. As is. He can, but it's not enough to move him up a position, so he will stay P7. And that appears to be it. Dutch is coasting into the pits, so that is the end of qualifying, and Scuba takes the final pole position of the season then. However, the man alongside him is the man looking to claim that championship, and he's giving himself an excellent chance by starting on the front row. Tico and Aaron in fourth, so the 4 title contenders in the first 4 places, exactly where you'd expect them to be. They share the second row. And then you've got Chubbs and Panda on row 3. And now we'll have to wait for the graphic to come back running again. So, qualifying done. Who is going to take the final victory of the season? So, giving himself the best possible chance is Scuba, starting on pole position. Dutch Tricks lines up alongside him on the front row. Then you've got Tico and Aaron sharing the second row. Captain Chubbs and Panda on row 3. Then you've got Zumpy and City Posh. Unfortunately, City Posh taking a 5-place penalty for that collision with Rom. They're 7th and 8th, so he will be starting down in 13th. Graham lines up P9 inside the top 10 for the final round of the season, alongside Rom, who also is taking that grid penalty. So he will be down in 15th. Then you've got Sway, Dan Morris, VER Kelvin, Lennon onto the podium, Cliffy, who didn't get a lap time in, and Adamaka, who was disqualified for going the wrong way at some point, so I don't know if he had an off somewhere. He will be starting from the back then. So the grid is decided. Now all we need is some podium predictions. Gentlemen and ladies, who do we think is going to stand on the podium for the final time this season? Dutch, I think, will be there, but I don't think he'll win the race. He doesn't need to win the race. He doesn't need to get in any battles, so I think that Scuba will win from pole. I think Tico might take second, and I think Dutch will just follow them home in third and claim the title that way. So there's my money. So we wait, so clear blue skies, so the weather doesn't look like it's going to be a factor. Just waiting for the drivers to finish getting ready. Then we will do our final warm-up lap of season 14. Let's have a look at who is on what in terms of tyres as well. And so, Scuba is pole sitter for the final time in season 14. A Williams man with 3 victories to his name already, including last time out in Bahrain. He will lead us off from pole position. Alongside him is the 3-time champ, the man in pole position to claim a 4th. Dutch Tricks in the Renault. Can he get ahead of Scuba? Or does he need? He doesn't need to get ahead of Scuba. He just needs to finish in the top 10. Third is Tico in the Racing Point. What could have been for him this season, but still some outstanding results as ever. Still at the peak of his powers. Put on some excellent performances this season. Unlucky a couple of times with penalties, costing him the wins in both Austria and in Spa. But another great season from Tico. Run Dutch close. But a big ask, barring a mistake from Dutch. With him just ahead of him. In 4th it's Aaron, another great season from him. So close to achieving that victory, but not quite this season. Maybe next season will be the one who makes that breakthrough. And Captain Chubbs, who stepped up from Div 2, qualifying P5. Excellent performance from him in the Red Bull. And Panda in the Mercedes. Always a very quick boy. He's looking to go up from here from P6. You've got Zumpy in P7, his best qualifying of the season for the outgoing Div 1 champ. And then you've got Graham in the racing points, so both racing points in the top 8. Solid effort from him this week. Sway is P9 in the second of the Mercedes, and he's the first on the medium tyres. He gets the free choice. Of course, he did qualify outside the top 10. Has been promoted by penalties. And Dan Morris in the Renault, also starting on the mediums, as is VER Kelvin. They all, of course, had free choice. And you've got City Posh, who did qualify in the top 10. He's down in 12th. Starts on those softs. He qualified on the Lennon on the mediums in 13th, onto the podium in his final FTRL race. Also starts in the mediums. And you've got Rom on the softs after that penalty. Cliffy starting on the mediums, and Adamako bringing up the rear after being disqualified in qualifying. Also on the medium tyre. So grid lines up for the final time. We've got Max cheering on Rom, and the Belgians cheering on his fellow Belgian. The car's sneaking into position. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's lights out, and off they go. It's a good start from Scuba. Aaron's got a good start as well. Dutch has got a slightly tardy getaway, but I think he's got a hold position. Tika trying to go around the outside, but your top 4, top 3 have held position. Chubbs attacking Aaron for 4th. And he's been done. Zumpy through as well. So Chubbs and Zumpy having great start there. Aaron having got an initial getaway. Has lost out through the first couple of corners. Tico's now up to 2nd. And Chubbs is alongside Dutch as they head down the Wellington Straight for the first time. Oh, this is the sort of accident in the battle that Dutch does not need to be in. At the minute, he does not need to fight Chubbs. He'll want to finish with a podium. He'll want to finish with a win. But he doesn't need to. Wheel banging there as they come round the old final corner onto the old start finish straight. They're going to go side by side of the cops, but Chubbs backs out of it. Dutch back up into 3rd. Well, Chubbs has an excellent run through cops, and he's back on the attack as well. Zumpy up in P5. Great start from him. Aaron, after that initial good launch, down to 6th. Graham up to 7th. Panda, his customary 2-position drop, is down to P8, just ahead of his teammate, and City Posh back into the top 10. Big move is Adamako and Cliffy. Also up, Adamako at 4. Make that 3 as Cliffy, him goes side by side in the background. Cliffy round the outside and up into P13. Just ahead of him then we've got VER Kelvin and Dan Morris trying to go side by side. They come into the club corner. Backside of it. So Scooby, race leader by a 2nd over Tico, who has got the hard part done. He's ahead of Dutch Tricks. But now it is a question of what will Dutch do. He's currently P3. Adamako, not Adamako, sorry, Captain Chubbs right on his tail though. Oh, what's happened to Zumpy? Oh, wait, hang on. Is it just the scoreboard having a moment? It might be. Yeah, he's still there. It's fine. Drama over. How many Codemasters you sort that out? So he's still there at P5. That's what we like to see. Great job from him so far. So on to lap 2. Ignore the graphic at the top. It's definitely lap 2. Big movers so far. Cliffy and Adamako both up 4. Big losers. Lennon down 3. Rom down 2. VER Kelvin down 3 as well after a good start. Who is lining up who? Chubbs still close to the back of Dutch, but I don't think he's close enough at this stage. I know he's close enough. No, that's also wrong. He's definitely not that close to the back of Zumpy. What is going on with this game? Round them to start lap 3. Scuba sets a fast lap again, a 28 flat. So he's extending that gap now to 1.4 seconds. It is all going to plan for him so far. Tico's also managed to get ahead of his rival, but he needs to do a little bit more. Well, he doesn't need to do any more, but he needs something to befall the man behind him. He was doing everything he needs to do to claim this championship, but we are only on lap 3 of 26. Anything can happen between now and the end of this race. Bosch Blue makes the move on Sway as they come down the Wellington Straight. DRS now active. He makes the move into P9. Sway relegated to 10th. And you've got Dan Morris with the charging Cliffy, who's up from the back of the grid. Died 16th, currently running P12 and now right on the back. Dan Morris as they come through, Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. DRS will pop open, he's close, he's got a good run onto the hanger straight. He'll move to the inside. Can Dan Morris hang on around the outside? Cliffy breaks late. Dan tries to hang on around the outside of him though. They're going to go side by side off the corner. Cliffy seems to have got the better purchase. Dan sticks it back in on the brakes though. This is not over. Cliffy hangs on around the outside. Gets the move done into the final corner. That's great battle in there from those two, side by side. And Cliffy up to P11. Now Dutch Tricks is right on the back of Tico and Chubbs is right on the back of him. So, oh, we've got a yellow flag. It is Rom Elson, I believe, gone round somewhere. So Tico having to burn his ERS to hold off Dutch down the Wellington Straight. Everything he needed to do. Chubbs not quite close enough to attack either. Behind them, Aaron now starting to work on the back of Zumpy. The battle for P5. Graham sitting in P7 in the second racing point. And Panda tucked in behind him. City Posh and Sway, so a nice little four-way battle going on there. Cliffy now trying to get on terms as well. He is the second of the medium runners, Sway just ahead of him the first. Cliffy the big mover, he's up 5 positions so far. So race leader still Scuba. He is disappearing off that gap now, 1.9 seconds. He is doing everything right so far. Pole position, fastest lap, and the race lead. This battle for second, third and fourth looking quite tasty still as they come into farm for the 5th time. Tico holding a narrow advantage over Dutch, who's trying to build a bit of momentum. So they come onto the Wellington Straight again. Dutch has got a good run out of the corner. He's got the DRS. Looks to the inside, but not close enough for a move. Neither was Aaron on Zumpy. Neither was Panda on Graham. This queue grows ever longer. As Cliffy now is on the back of this train as well. Is not far behind, and he's bringing Adamako. BR Kelvin onto the podium, and Lennon, and recovering Rom, who had a bit of a moment last time around. Into the hanger straight we go. Dutch again closing with DRS. He's going to be sent for a late move, not quite, just tucks in for now. Doesn't need to make it. We've got a yellow flag. It is again Rom, I believe, has gone off. Yep, he's lost it coming out of Chapel. So that's all lap for the Belgian. Not the dream return, but Scuba is having a dream ride so far. He leads. This battle for second continues to rage on though. As does the battle for 5th in the background. Watching both as they go down the straight. Dutch is closer this time. Tico having to use his overtake to fend off the flying Dutchman behind him. And we're also looking at Zumpy, but Zumpy holding him at arm's length. Despite not having the DRS, Cliffy picks up a penalty. That's the first of the race. He's now on the back of this train, led by Graham, which isn't too far off the back of that Zumpy-Aaron battle. Look up there, just over a second, so if he can get within DRS range. through Wiggins and Beckett's here, and that would help him out immensely. And he's very close down to the back of Zumpy. Let's have a look at the 2, 3, and then it's spread out a little bit this time. Aaron could be the man on the attack this time, but Zumpy's had a good run down the hanger straight. In the background, Panda looking at Graham, City Posh looking at Panda, Sway keeping a watching brief behind them. Cliffy just about getting onto the tail of this. We've got a spun McLaren in the middle of Vale. It's Adamako, so both McLarens in trouble. He's gone round. Was there contact? He pits in, so he's going on to... He's going to go for the 2-stop and hope for a safety car. No, he's decided that is the end of that. So first retirement is one of the McLarens. We'll see him back next season. Dutch pops out of Tico slipstream this time, but again not close enough. Aaron not close enough this time to Zumpy, but Graham has now quite critically got himself within DRS range of Aaron. So that will help him in his defence from this swarm of cars all over him. Still got Panda all over the back of him. He's had a good run through Luffield. Throws it through Cops. Wide line there. Panda going a little bit tighter. Just about hanging on to DRS. He was just outside there. Where was the detection zone? He's got it this time, so it's okay. Help him in his defence. And now Panda's got to worry about City Posh, and who in turn has got to worry about Sway, who's starting to come back at him. So that's the medium tyres starting to come to the fore. When do the front runners on the softs peel off and get onto the ultimate tyre? Would it be the hard? Would it be the mediums? From what I recall, this is what you can do a one-stop soft to medium, or vice versa. We shall see. This is an interesting camera view. Not the best. Oh, we've got Panda up the inside of Graham. Yeah, look there as they came through the complex. Now with everybody got DRS, it's just kind of nullifying. Battle going on between Lennon and onto the podium. Lennon gives onto the podium the hip and shoulder. And he is up to P14. There's a leaving present from Lennon. Oh, Zumpy's picked up a penalty. No. Onto the back straight we go. So the man in P5 has just picked up a penalty for corner cutting. He leads this huge train currently from 5th, 6th, 7th. Oh, and to the pits comes Panda. So first to blink, Scuba, Tico, Captain Chubbs, Aaron, Panda, all peel off. Dutch Tricks has carried on, as has Zumpy, as has Graham, as has City Posh. So 4 of the soft runners have carried on. Everybody else has taken this opportunity to get off those tyres. Onto the mediums they go. Anybody going to the hards? Nope. And Rom is miserable leading continues with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Onto the podium in as well. So Dutch Tricks with clear track for a lap. What can he do? Can he overcut on Tico, or is he going to get undercut by Chubbs? That is now the big question. Let's watch the Dutchman at work. Flings it in through Maggots, through Beckett's, through Chapel. Onto the hanger straight. Of course, Silverstone, a former RAF base. That's why you've got the hanger straight, which are on now. Zumpy, meanwhile, still got a queue of cars behind him in the background, although he's got a little bit of respite for the moment. Does Dutch pits? He does. So Dutch is in comes Zumpy, in comes Graham, in comes City Posh. So the 4 who went 1 extra lap. Peel off this time, and that will promote Sway and Cliffy into the race leading battle. So these are now 1 and 2. Where does Scuba arrive a relative? The Dutch trick, so here he comes out of the final corner. Where is Dutch Tricks? Scuba clears him comfortably. Here comes Dutch. Oh, has a big moment as he comes out of the pits. And he is behind Tico. But ahead of Chubbs, who's just dropped off the... Oh, Dutch has had a moment. Oh, he's spun. Oh, he saved it. Oh, Dutch Tricks lights up the rear tyres as he gets going again, but almost the error that his rivals needed. That would have made him wide-eyed. Almost the moment that could have cost him the championship, but he's gathered it all back up again and he's on his way. So he missed out on jumping Tico. Tico cleared him reasonably comfortably. Dutch, I think, wanted to go on the attack straight away, didn't have those tyres up for temperature. They tipped into the left-hander, had a big slide, almost went around, managed to gather it up. He survives. Watching that, there has now been a change for the lead. Cliffy has taken Sway for the race lead, so the Red Bull man up from 16th on the grid is now your race leader. So your top 5 started on the mediums. They are still running. Scuba sets the fastest lap, so he's now on a charge. Of course, these guys are likely to stay out as long as they can to switch onto the softs for the end of the race, so they will be quick at the end. We've got a yellow flag. This is Ron Elson facing the wrong way again. Oh, Rom. He's now just waiting for everybody to go by. Oh my god, why did he pull out in front? Well, he's ghosted anyway, isn't he? Because he's a lap down. Heart attack moment there for the one man who didn't want to pull out in front of, which was Aaron. Let's have a look. So Dutch, now having regrouped, is now back on the attack and chasing down Tico. In P8, which is well, that's enough. That is enough for him, especially with Scuba running in P6. But of course, the top 5 have yet to make their stop. So expect them to drop back behind. So Dutch on for a net P3 at the moment. Before the race lead continues, Cliffy leads. Sway in second and not dropping away, despite losing out to the Red Bull man. They got on board now. On to the Wellington straight, back in the DRS. I don't think he's close enough this time, so Cliffy doesn't need to defend. We've got a yellow flag. It is onto the podium. On the hanger straight, having a moment. Battle sweeps around into Cop's corner. Still flat through there. The dirt as he exits Chapel onto the hanger straight. DRS is open, draw him back in, but Cliffy has enough of an advantage. He's not under any real threat from attack at the moment. Behind them, Dan Morris sitting in P3 instead of VR Kelvin, who had good pace in qualifying. We didn't get the result that his early pace in the session merited. Running a strong P4, so good showing from him this evening. He's back next season in Div 1 for another crack, so... Then you've got Lennon in P5 with the erstwhile race leader closing in. And behind them, the Flying Dutchman Tico still leading Dutch, but Dutch is all over the back of Tico now. Tico having to go defensive into farm. Dutch trying to go around the long way. They're going to hip and shoulder wide. Dutch is down the inside though. Locks up the inside tyre. Tico trying to go round the outside. And gets the move done. However, who got the DRS? It's Dutch got the DRS, so move done. And just to compound the misery, DRS as well to make it stick. So Dutch up into P7. There's a net P2. Aaron now has dispensed of Zumpy, and he is now chasing down Chubbs. Yellow flag in sector 3 is onto the podium. Let's see what Connor's up to on his final outing. He is cutting the grass at club corner. He's back on again now, and away he goes. Panda there picks up a penalty. So look at this battle between the Dutchmen. It's still on. Yellow flag in sector 1. It's onto the podium, just getting out of the way of the race leaders. As Dutch Tricks picks up a penalty. Oh, there's a collector's item. Dutch Tricks picks up a penalty there, running wide at Vale. So that will help Tico in this battle for P2. In the grander scheme of things, I don't think Dutch will mind with the bigger picture. So here we go then, back onto the Wellington straight. Can Tico come back at him? He's close. He's got a good run to the inside. I think Dutch is going to fight it too hard. Down the inside he goes and up into P7. Dutch is going to fight around the outside. Tico gives him the shove. They come into left field. Runs him out of the track. That is position gained for Tico. Back up into P7. Up to lap the Ferrari. Chubbs has to put a little bit of time back into Aaron, who's now got Zumpy coming back at him from behind. And then you've got Panda, who cleared Graham through the pit stop sequences. City Posh now on his tail. Oh, Dutch and Tico swap positions again on the hanger straight this time. Dutch gets the move done, and he is back up into P7. Scuba meanwhile has just taken Lennon for P5, so position gained on track. Lennon still to stop on the alternate strategy. In fact, I think Lennon's just gone off. He has. Yep, Lennon's gone off there through turn 2. Through goes Dutch. Oh, Tico comes through as well. I think he was ghosted. So it does Tico close enough to make a move on Dutch now. I think Dutch has got the move stuck this time. Indeed, back with your race leaders, and still Cliffy leads, still Sway in very close attendance. But not close enough to strike at the moment. Can he get a run coming onto the hanger straight? Cliffy had a better run there out of Chapel Corner. Continues to lead, so when do your front runners make the dive for softs? Not this time, but Sway does. Sway's in. Dan Morris does not follow. Neither does VR Kelvin, so they're going to carry on. We've got Scuba, who... Ooh, Dutch and Tico going at it again. Tico around the outside at Vale. Dutch trying to give him the squeeze. Tico launches up the inside into Club. Nothing doing into the pitch with Lennon in the background. I think after that spin, his tyres past the best. But look how close these two are as they fly through farm. And fly into farm through Abbey. Down the inside comes Tico. But she's incoming, gives him room. Runs around the inside, hangs onto the position for now, but Tico's going to get the switch back. And now he's right in the wheel tracks of his compatriot. He'll have the DRS. He'll apply some ERS, tries to go around the long way into clearways. Hangs it around the outside. He'll have the inside for Luffield. Can he just run Dutch out? And move done. Oh, the Dutch is going to try and come back at him around the outside. Putting on a show for us here. He's going to go around the outside into Cops. This is going to be brave. Are they going to go side by side through here? They are. Oh, Dutch runs right round the outside, but Tico gets the move done. For now, anyway, as they're heading down through Maggots and Beckett's again. And another overtaking opportunity is about to arrive. Great side-by-side action from these two. Massive respect shown to be that close through Cop's corner. Tico going defensive. Dutch is going to have to go the long way. Tico comes over to squeeze him. Can he run around the outside of Vale? He can. He's out over the curbs. That'll be a warning. He's going to send it down the inside. Ooh, tyre smoke. Oh, he's up the inside into Club. That's not an overtaking opportunity. Somebody tell Dutch. Through he goes. What a move that was. Very opportunistic. And here we go again. We've got a yellow flag. It's just onto the podium, getting out of the way again. So nothing to worry about. Oh, late move up the inside. Tico. Wow, what action between these two. Just throwing it into every corner now. Oh, this is helping Scuba get away. Scuba's now 6 seconds up the road. Oh, Tico up the inside of Dutch into clearways. Breathe in. They sort themselves out. Now it looks as if Sway, who was the first one to pit onto the softs, is now right on the back of Graham. He's just cleared City Posh. So Sway on the attack. We'll keep an eye on that Dutch battle in a minute, just in case anything is going on again. Now closing. Here we go again. Tico to the outside this time. Too late, not enough room. And Zumpy also still going at it. Zumpy having a bit of a drift there through Vale. Picks up a penalty as he got a little bit wide. Into on a couple of corners. They've also got Pandadel right on the back of them. Cliffy and Dan Morris in, so that's the last of the medium runners who started the race on the mediums in. So where will Cliffy feed out? I think he's going to lose out a little bit there because Sway's been on those tyres for a couple of laps now, so Tico and Dutch at it again. Meanwhile, Tico to the outside. Swoops around the outside. Gets the move done. Great battling between these two. Meanwhile, Zumpy got the move done on Aaron as well while we were watching that. So Zumpy back up into P5. Well, he does have that penalty. But he wanted to do it on track. So great driving from Zumpy. His best drive of the season so far. As these two just continue to run nose to tail. Less than a quarter of a second between them. Onto the hanger straight we go. Oh, Aaron's now picked up a penalty, which now puts Panda's got one as well. So I think that evens that battle out. As Dutch now swoops around the outside of Tico at the end of the hanger straight into Vale. He's back up into second. These two putting on the show. Does Tico send it into Club? No, not this time. So Zumpy has 2 penalties, doesn't he? Because he picked one up earlier and then got that one a lap or 2 ago. So he possibly still had a bit of a disadvantage in this battle after that. All this battling has helped Graham close up to the tail of the field. Of this battle with Panda, he's brought Sway and City Posh and Cliffy, who's down the inside of City Posh. So this is where the battle's at. Cliffy trying to go around the outside of City Posh. He's got the softer tyre, fresher tyre, and he gets the move done. Tico meanwhile takes back P2 at the other end of the haggers of the Wellington Straight. So Cliffy on a charge for the second time in the race. He's now back onto the tail of Sway, who he's battling with for the race lead. So how far forward can these two get? They're on the softer tyres now. Sway on the back of Graham, but Cliffy's had a storming run out of Luffield. He's going to go round the long way, and he gets the move done even before Cop's corner. So Cliffy getting excellent drive, and he is up into P9. And now he goes after Graham. Battle for P2 again. There we go. Tico to the inside. Comes over to squeeze. It is a squeeze, but Dutch gets the move done. Aaron on Zumpy as well. Zumpy's fighting back though. Oh, contact. Zumpy okay, he's still there. Panda now closes in. So those two leaning on each other hard. Aaron went a little bit wide. Zumpy got back down the inside. Just a bit of contact on the apex. Just unsettled the Alfa Romeo, but he gathered it all up. Tico and Dutch are changing places again. This time it's Tico around the outside. And up into second position he goes again. Jumps in no man's land. Then you've got Aaron, Zumpy, Panda, Cliffy, Graham, Sway, City Posh as one. Yeah, the flag is out for Rom. I believe he's gone round again. Seems to be him and onto the podium having a competition to who can spin the most. One in his first outing of the season, one in his final. Look at this battle. Aaron at the head of it. Zumpy in his slipstream, followed by Panda, followed by Cliffy, followed by Graham, followed by Sway, followed by City Posh. Through Cop's Corner again for the 20th time. Look at this train. Cliffy has disposed of Graham meanwhile, and he is now on the charge. He's now on the back of Panda. Now onto the hanger straight again. He's had a good run. But there's DRS for everybody ahead of him. Zumpy down the inside of Aaron. Into Vale. He gets the move done. He's back into P5. Aaron looking to come straight back at him though. Goes to the outside. Can he hang around the outside? This will be a brilliant move he can do. He has done. That's a great move from Aaron. Oh, Zumpy gets opposite lock there as he gets on the power. Now Panda's on the outside. That's like Cliffy up the inside. He might get both of them here as they head into Abbey. Backs out the move on Zumpy. Goes side by side with Panda through Abbey. Panda gets the move back. For now anyway. Graham's trying to buy back into this as well. Cliffy down the inside into Village. He'll get the traction and gets the move done again. They go a little bit defensive though. Panda looking for a way back through. Cliffy now looks to have got the move done. Ferocious battling in the packs now, and Cliffy on an absolute charge. Sway has not made the same progress. Despite being on those soft tyres as well. Cliffy just getting these moves done, and now he's going to set about trying to chase down Zumpy. Look at how much speed he carried through Cops. Onto the podium, takes the fastest lap. Having just pitted for fresh tyres. Dutch and Tico have just changed positions again. Here comes Cliffy, already on the attack as they come onto the hanger straight. Switches one side then to the other. Is he going to go up the inside for a late look? Not quite. Zumpy not close enough this time to Aaron, so... Great battling here for a position in the top 5. Aaron now out of the head of this train again. Trying to break away. However, that man in the Red Bull is looking hell-bent on making as much progress as he can do. A little bit defensive there. Cliffy just waiting for his opportunity. He didn't get good traction out here last time around to overtake Panda. He's still sat right behind him. As is Graham, as is City Posh, and as is Sway. Cliffy on Zumpy. Zumpy they're going to hang on the inside. Cliffy trying to go all the way around the outside. Leans on the reigning champ. And that is P6 for him. He gets the move done, and now he sets off about chasing down Aaron. Let's have a look at this battle for P2. Meanwhile, they're still changing places. Tico currently heads Dutch. With that 3-second penalty. Here's Tico's position at the flag. Dutch gets it done on the straight. Tico goes through. What's going on behind? Here's the train again. Aaron now being stalked by the Red Bull. Scuba takes the fastest lap back. 26.5 flat on 13 lap old medium tyres. That is a rapid pace. He's had a good run out of Club in through Abbey. Down towards Farm, he looks for the inside. Aaron carries enough speed though, he'll hold them for now. Village. And onto the Wellington Straight up ahead of them. That's Dutch Tricks and Tico still going at it. Jumps in a lonely P4 at the moment. However, his teammate might soon be joining him. He's up the inside of Aaron. At the outside for Lovefield. Oh, contact! Aaron has a half spin. Was the contact there? Did Aaron just lose it? Not quite sure what happened. And Aaron is unfortunately down to P11. So unfortunate to lose him out of that battle. That was a absolutely titanic scrap going on. Cliffy has now made his way through, and now he will try and set off about chasing down his teammate. He's only got 3 laps to do it in. And the battle is on between Graham and City Posh. These two have been together for most of the race. I think City Posh will be bored of staying at the back of this racing point by the end of this race. Cliffy now started to make a bit of a break. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. It is onto the podium, just getting out of the way. Dutch Tricks meanwhile takes back P2. This battle continues. Moves being made this time. Everybody filters through. Not quite close enough to make any moves at the moment. Battle still on between these two. One we haven't seen in a while is this man, the race leader. He is 9.3 seconds to the good. He's done everything he could do. He's taken pole. He's currently got the fastest lap. However, the man in second is doing everything he needs to claim this championship. Tico pushing him as hard as he can. Can he force him into a mistake? What a Dutch power sliding out of club corner. It's Abbey for the penultimate time then, so just a couple of laps to go now. This battle is now spread out a little bit as well. Panda and Zumpy have made a bit of a break, leaving Graham to fend off City Posh and Sway. Battle on again for P2. Tico to the inside. Dutch trying to hang on around the outside. I think he'll make it stick this time. Tico trying to go around the long way. Come through Lovefield. Can he cut back underneath him? He'll try. Ooh. Has he got the inside? He has. Well, the inside for Cops. Are they going to go side by side through here again? They're going to try. Dutch not quite. Oh, he's well wide this time. He's going to have the inside now for Maggots. And gets the move done into Maggots and Burkett's Dutch Tricks. Oh, and Zombie's picked up another penalty. That's not what we see. Tico to the outside this time. Sweeps around in the straight line, gets the move done. Dutch can't come straight back at him. So we're about to go on to the final lap of the season. Panda is now up into P6. Zumpy just saw picked up a penalty. Graham's still holding off City Posh in this battle for P8. City Posh thinks about a move. He doesn't make it this time, but he is now right on the back of that racing point. And they're closing on Zumpy again now, so Graham will have DRS on the Wellington Straight if he can stay close enough, which will help him in his defence. For one last time then down the Wellington Straight. Here comes Dutch Tricks on Tico. Is he going to be close enough for a move at the end of the straight? He's down the inside. Tico's going to hang on around the outside. Now the inside then for Lovefield. A run Dutch wide. And maintains the position. Graham on City Posh. City Posh round the outside. Has a bit of a moment. Catches it up. Now Sway's trying to buy back into this as well. But move done. So finally City Posh gets ahead of Graham. He's been following him all race. And he waits till the final lap of the race to do it. Can Graham fight back? He's got one or two more opportunities. If he can get close again, he's got the hanger straight. Battle on for P2 on the road. Here we go again. Tico to the inside. Oh, there's contact. But across the line, Scuba is your winner for the final race of the season. Dutch has just picked up another penalty. Tico's going to come up the inside. He'll take second on the road. He'll take second on the standings. But the man who's relegated to fourth with penalties is your champion. Deutsch Tricks will be season 14 champion. Oh, Panda's been jumped by City Posh, Graham and Sway on penalties at the end there. Aaron finishes in 10th. Dan Morris 11th. Zumpy comes home 12th after a brilliant performance from him tonight. VER Kelvin is 13th. Lennon on the final lap. He is pushing for fastest lap. He comes onto the hanger straight for the final time. And while we're watching, we'll pick up this man who is doing some celebratory donuts a little bit early. I'll watch Lennon because I think Ontopo's going to be there for a while. Here comes Lennon round. Can he steal fastest lap on the last lap? Comes around the final corner, and the answer is he cannot take the fastest lap. And for the final time in FTRL for the foreseeable future, onto the podium, crosses the line. So there we have it then. Our race winner is Scuba, our driver of the day is Cliffy, but our champion for season 14 is once again Dutch Tricks. He finishes 4th after picking up a second penalty and gets jumped by Chubbs, who finishes on the podium for the final time this season. Do you know what, that penalty robbed me of my podium prediction. My podium prediction was spot on until it happened. Damn you, Dutch. Can have words. But Scuba is your winner. He wins the race from pole position. It looked very easy, but I'm sure it was anything but. He's your victor. TK comes home second and Chubbs picks up third. That was a solid drive from him as well. So your final podium of the season. And the final run down the standings. So Scuba is your victor with the fastest lap and pole position against the full house, but it isn't enough. But he did everything he could. Tika comes home second. A great drive from him. Great battling with Dutch Tricks there towards the end of the race. And Captain Chubbs manages to pick up third position. Quite a lonely drive in the end there, but a solid result from him. Dutch relegated to 4th with penalties, but it is enough for him to be champion. Then Cliffy up from 16th on the grid to 5th. City Posh, Graham, Sway, Panda and Aaron are your top 10. Dan Morris, Zumpy, Kelvin, Lennon, Rom and onto the podium. Oh sorry, onto the podium and Rom, sorry, Rom was another lap down. With just the one retirement being Adam Mako, who had that spin earlier on. And there we have it then. Right, let's go talk to one very happy Dutchman, shall we? Now, hopefully this will work. Obviously, we've got the new thing going on, which is Right, so hopefully that should work, so I'll get them in and they can talk us through that rather outstanding battle towards the end of the race there. Overtakes galore. It was probably a little bit for show. I think by that stage TK knew and Dutch knew that it was wrapped up. Thank you, Zumpy. It's been a pleasure to commentate. And Michael, you can get out. Here he is then, the man, now a 4-time champion. Oh.
Yes, buddy!
Yes, buddy, like Tico has started a party with me apparently. Why can he not join this one? Why have they, I don't know what they've done with these parties, it's a joke. Oh, there he is. There he is.
What a race.
Right button. Well, congratulations, boys. Yeah, that was outstanding racing from you two in the end, there, which we've come to expect from you two anyway. We've seen it for several seasons now.
Yeah, but this was the best ever.
Yeah, ever. This is the best race ever.
I think if you got the last 10-15 laps after the pit stop, watch it on board on us. Amazing battle.
Yeah, yes, I was watching a lot of it. There was a good train going on behind you with like Aaron and Zumpy and Sway and Cliffy and all that. There was about 6 or 7 cars in that, so I was kind of having to flip between the two to see, because you two were overtaking each other every corner. Then there's somebody in that pack making moves every corner. There was so much going on in the second half of the race.
Yeah, how much we went side by side through all those corners, man. It was absolutely amazing.
Most fun I ever had. 100%.
So, Tico, congratulations on P2. Talk us through that race. It looked like a quite tame first period, and then the second half it really came alive.
Yeah, my quali was the shittest lap I ever done, I think. Never did a lap worse than 24.0. So, yeah, it was bad. My star was nice. I went round the outside of Dutch. So, yeah, pretty nice move, I think. And then, the first stint, Scuba was unbelievable quick. We couldn't catch up to him, and we talked to each other, and we're like, we're just gonna battle. And then we went side by side every corner. Every lap there was a position change. Yeah, it was so much fun. Most fun I ever had.
So, going just a little bit short in the championship this season, but you probably did everything you could do today, apart from beating Scuba, obviously. So looking ahead to next season then, what's the aim? Is it to dethrone the man, or just close that gap?
Close the gap. No, of course, go for the win. I think we are equally as quick most of the time. And championship is wide open for both of us. And Scuba will be in the fight as well, so it will be fun next season.
Well, you did a sterling effort this season, mate, and I'm sure you'll be right in the mix next season, so congratulations.
Thank you. And congratulations to Dutch for the championship. Of course.
Of course. Well,
thank you, mate.
3rd on the road, 4th in the finishing order, with a couple of penalties in there, but I don't think you mind too much when you've won the championship, do you?
No, I had 3 seconds in first place, and then Tico and I were, mate, you just won the championship already, so just push flat out, wheel bang everywhere, side by side. And then he gave a fuck about those penalties, because I knew I had the championship, of course.
I mean, there was some incredible overtakes in there. I mean, I was quite impressed with the one where you set it up the inside into the final corner, and I don't think Tico was expecting it.
No,
it's not really an overtaking place, is it really? But you managed to make it work.
Yeah, there are 2-3 lives available around there. It was amazing, man, this race.
It was good fun.
It
was a hard battle, but at any point were you concerned that you might run into each other and gift it to Scuba?
Yeah.
Because he would have won if you hadn't crashed.
Yeah, that's true, but I had to take the risk. It's just for fun.
Well, you put on a show.
It was the most fun I've ever had.
You put on one hell of a show, so congratulations.
When we went side by side in cops. Dutch hit me, I thought, it's over now, it's over.
That could have been the one, I could have been. I think it's a lot more stable on this game, isn't it? It's not quite so lethal through this game.
No.
I think on the last game, a lot of the time you go through it and you kind of feel comfortable, and then suddenly it just bites you and off you go. But this game, it feels a lot more planted through there. So, so a 4-time champion. Is he looking to be a 5-time champion next season?
Of course.
Of course. We're going to have
a new Vettel.
Not a question.
Not going to be the new Vettel. Well, congratulations tonight. Lap it in, and we will see you in a couple of weeks when season 15 kicks off.
Thank you, mate, for the whole season of commentating.
No problem, mate. It's been a pleasure to watch from start to finish.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the end of the coverage tonight, and that's the end of season 14, finally, for Div 1. Belated finish this season, but we've now got a week break, and then we're back with the season 15 kicking off very soon, but the action doesn't stop there this week. Of course, we've got the rearranged finale for Div 2 tomorrow from Bahrain. Unfortunately, the update last week caused havoc for the servers, so we get a extended championship by 1 week. And obviously the title already wrapped up in the favour of Pagani, but pride at stake for a lot of drivers, and still some championship positions to be gained for some, myself included. So we shall see how tomorrow goes. And then Thursday, Friday, we're back on GT Sport, GT2 and GT1 with the Porsche Super Cup and British Touring Car Championships respectively. This week coming from the Autopolis short track, so do join us for them. But for this evening, from myself, from our podium finishers and our 4-time champ, that is the end of the coverage. Thank you very much for joining us.